Ah, I thought you got lost. Or that you decided not to show up. Both options would be totally understandable. Oh, darling, always the charmer. Let's see if you can keep that attitude until the end of the night. This place is a classic. Too much noise, too many people, and a couple of characters probably at their worst. But what would the night be without a bit of chaos, right? This place never changes. People pretending to live their best life while trying to forget they have to get up at 7 tomorrow. See that guy at the bar? He's alone. And I guarantee that within an hour, he'll be telling his life story to the bartender. Intuition, darling. When you've spent enough time watching people ruin their nights, you learn to recognize the signs. Plus, he's got the same defeated look as half the people in here. I used to come to places like this a lot. You know, not much has changed. Except now, what I'm looking for here is a bit different. Yeah. But the difference is whether you find what you're looking for or keep getting lost along the way. You know, on nights like this, I often wonder what it is we're really looking for. Everyone's here for a reason. What do you think it is? That's the trick. Not knowing what you're looking for until it's right in front of you. Or never realizing you already had it and let it slip away. Have you noticed how everyone here checks their phone every 5 minutes? It's like they need validation that something more exciting is happening somewhere else. Me? No, I'm not waiting for anything. I already told you. I prefer watching everyone else try to fill their voids with notifications. Okay, we've talked about hobbies and typical stuff. But what about music? That usually says a lot about a person. What do you listen to when you don't have to worry about impressing anyone? 90s pop. Now we're talking. There's nothing better than a good dose of nostalgia. I don't know what it is about those songs, but they always put a smile on your face. Okay, one last question for now. How would you describe yourself in one word? Just one. No cheating. Curious. That's my favorite. Curiosity takes you places you didn't even know you wanted to go. I like that mindset. Well, I think we've talked enough about music, food, and quirks. I have to admit, I like you. But if you want to keep talking to me, you're going to have to earn your place. Why don't you bring me something to drink? Come on, show me your good taste. Your good judgment? I like that. Let's see if you actually have it, or if you're just bluffing. Don't disappoint me.
Two drinks? What can I get for you and your friend? Whiskey on the rocks? Bold choice for her. You sure she likes it strong? Well, let's hope for your sake it's the first one. Either way, you'll know soon enough. Good luck.
Finally, someone who knows what it means to order something serious. Whiskey, straight to the point. Well done. You've earned some points. For now. Not bad, huh? For a second, I thought I'd end up drinking off the floor. But, hey, low expectations are a blessing in disguise. Oh, then we're two of a kind. Keeping the bar low is the secret to a life without surprises. You know, tonight's been more interesting than I expected. Usually when I go out, it's always the same people saying the same things. But you've got something different. I'm not sure if it's because you're not trying to impress, or because it amuses you not to. Good philosophy. The best things tend to happen.
Really, Velvet? I can't believe it. Here again? And with who? Don't you ever get tired of this?
Oh, what a surprise. The eternal grudge holder. I thought you'd moved past the stage of showing up uninvited.
Seriously? Is this the best you can do now? I'm surprised you're still sticking to this routine.
Exactly. I'm not sure why you think your opinion matters here. You lost that privilege a long time ago.
I don't know why you keep playing this game, Velvet. You know you always end up the same way. You don't need anyone else to realize that.
Oh, I know. I know exactly how things end. And that's why I'm thankful I stopped wasting my time on guys like you.
Oh, really? So now you're her knight in shining armor? You don't know who you're messing with.
Well, looks like someone's willing to take a risk. How entertaining. Didn't expect this much entertainment tonight. And look at that. You did it without breaking a bone.
This isn't over, Velvet.
Oh, it is. Don't worry. Even you can't screw me over twice in one night. Well, that was predictable. The only thing worse than an annoying ex is one who doesn't know when to leave with a little dignity. Anyway, I've had enough theater for one night. What do you say? I think we've had enough of this place. I could use some fresh air. Or just another spot without so much cheap drama. Exactly. This place had potential, but nothing worth sticking around for after that little show. You know, this place has a strange way of making you feel like everything stays the same, even when drama hits you in the face. But, hey, I'm not the kind of person who stays in one place for too long. Come on, the night is still young. Sometimes I wonder why I even bother going out. But then, I remember that watching people ruin their lives is way more fun in person. Boring has never been part of my vocabulary. Don't worry, the best parts are yet to come. Though I must admit, dealing with ghosts from the past always leaves me a little drained. It's funny how someone can think they have power over you just because you shared something at some point. He thinks he knows me, but what he really knows is the version of me I let him see. Not everyone deserves to see what's beneath the surface, you know? Oh, that. The classic "you're empty inside" attack. It's easy to say when you're no longer part of the equation, isn't it? But, to be honest, there's some truth to it. I've been searching for something for a long time without really knowing what. Maybe I'm going down the wrong path, or maybe the void is deeper than it seems. Find it? At this point, I'm not sure it's about finding something. Maybe there's nothing to find, just something to accept. Maybe this void isn't something that can be filled. It's something you have to learn to live with. I don't want to bore you with this kind of stuff. Tonight was supposed to be about fun, not introspection. But, to be honest, sometimes it's good to let out a bit of what you're carrying inside. It helps me feel less trapped. Yeah, maybe. Maybe letting go of some of that weight makes it easier to move forward. Or at least it doesn't feel like it's crushing you all the time. You know, I like people who know when to talk and when to stay quiet. And you, well, you haven't said much so far. Are you the type who just listens? Wait, I don't like the look of this. Do you see those guys over there? They don't look like they're here for a friendly chat. Look, we can take another route. I'm not a fan of pointless fights, and honestly, I don't feel like ending up in the hospital tonight. But the decision is yours. Good choice. It's not that I don't like action, but fighting in an alley with guys like that, it wasn't my plan for tonight. Besides, I don't have time to deal with idiots who think they can intimidate anyone who passes by. I'd rather not ruin my shoes kicking their asses. Exactly. Not everything's a fight. Though, sometimes it's fun to think otherwise. In the end, the smartest move is knowing when not to engage. You know? In a way, I'm glad we took another path. Not that I'm scared of those guys, but I like the idea of leaving this neighborhood without more scars. Look at this place. You'd think the city would clean up after a party, but no. It's like they've too often, if you ask me. Sometimes it's like everyone's just looking for an excuse to go wild. Not that I mind, but still, moderation. This place has changed, though. It wasn't always this rundown. It used to feel a little more like home. Now it's all bars on windows and graffiti that's more depressing than rebellious. Oh, a few. But memories are funny. Sometimes they're more tied to the feeling of a place than the place itself. And that feeling's long gone. Kinda sad, though. Places like this, left to gather dust, used to be where everyone went to escape. Now it's the sort of place people hurry past. Yeah, I guess you're right. Hard to believe sometimes, though. All right, enough about the neighborhood. Don't want to scare you off before we even get there. You're not one of those people who need spotless streets and perfect lawns, are you? Smooth answer. Let's see if you still think that way once we're there. Here we are, at the end of a night that turned out to be longer than I expected. I admit, it's not how my nights usually end, but it wasn't bad. And here's my humble abode. Welcome to my controlled chaos. Don't worry about the mess. Life's too short to keep everything tidy, don't you think? Well, I'll take that as a compliment. I guess chaos always has its charm when it's your own. And yeah, it definitely reflects me messy, unpredictable, but ultimately functional. I think I've earned a good shower after tonight. Too much drama for one day, don't you think? Yeah, definitely need to unwind a bit before settling in for the night. Look, if you want, I can leave the door open. I don't have anything to hide, right? After all, I'm not exactly the shy type. I hope you don't get too bored sitting out there. Though, somehow, I doubt you are. Let me put on something only for you. Well, I guess after the night we've had, the least I can offer is a drink. Or something more, if that's what you prefer. Make yourself at home. No one's going to bother you here. Come on, let's play something fun. A good drink and a truth. You can try to make me drink, but I warn you, I'm not easily impressed or flustered. Ah, the classic question. But to be honest, I'd rather be the poison in the relationship than the one who gets poisoned. Toxicity has its charm. Oh, more than once, and I'd say the universe was cruel enough to make it happen. I'm just glad I didn't have to do the dirty work myself. Love? I'm not one of those who believe in it, or at least not like in the movies. What we call falling in love usually ends up being a big disappointment, dressed as something beautiful. I prefer quick, intense connections, and then move on. Keeps things simple. Well, seems I underestimated you. You've earned it. So why don't we end the night on an even better note than it started? You know, I've always thought the best moments are the unplanned ones. Maybe this is one of those. You know, I wasn't sure how tonight would go. I didn't think I'd let someone get this close. It scares me. And at the same time, it feels oddly okay. Most nights, I just feel empty, like I'm trying to fill a void that never really goes away. But with you, for a moment, it didn't feel so overwhelming. You can stay if you want. I won't pretend this is anything more than what it is, but maybe staying is better than going.
Velvet, we need to talk!
Give me a moment.
So this is what you do now, Velvet. Bringing anyone into your bed like it's some cheap motel. You're nothing but a goddamn street whore. Look at me when I'm talking to you. What's wrong with you, Velvet? Have you got no self-respect left? You're a joke. A used-up doll nobody wants to keep for more than one night.
You should go. I didn't want things to end this way. You can't fix it, don't you see? What's broken is broken. Wait, stop. What the hell are you doing?
Good evening. How can I help you? One moment, please. Here she is. She was admitted last night. She's on the second floor, room 203. Are you a family member? I see. She's currently under observation. She's stable but remains in a coma. You can go up to see her, but please don't interfere with the medical equipment or staff. Is that clear?
Evening. You must be here to see Velvet. Friend of hers, are you? Not many visitors for her so far. Guess her social circle's a bit selective. Ah, last night. Busy night for her, from what I hear. Things got complicated at her place. You were there, you said? That's a shame. Could have been helpful, you know. A lot went down. An altercation. A tragic ending for someone, and then, well, her situation. All seems connected, don't you think? Of course, of course. Timing is everything, isn't it? Leaving early, avoiding trouble. Some folks might call that smart. Others might think it convenient. Understandable. She's in a rough spot, no doubt. Must have been a chaotic night for everyone involved. It'd be nice to clear things up for her, though. Figure out exactly what went wrong, who was where, who might have seen what. You know, so we can put the right puzzle pieces together. Fair enough. Just thought I'd ask. Funny thing about nights like that. They always seem to leave more questions than answers. Still, I'm optimistic. She's tough, you know. Something tells me she's going to wake up soon. When she does, I imagine we'll finally hear her side of the story. Should make it easier to connect the dots and find out who's really responsible for what happened.